Fantasy cars, real-life models, and their depictions by American pop artist Andy Warhol. He was hoping to tell the story of the car in 80 works, but only managed to finish 35 before his death in 1987. The exhibition Andy Warhol Cars revisits his project. It's the first show for Anna-Lena Bruns, the new director of the Mack Museum in Singen in southern Germany.
We've
got these real pop art colors. And the cars. If you take the streamlining, for instance, it's state-of-the-art design and technology. Andy Warhol was from the advertising sector. He reduced the form completely and then adopted it for himself. It's a very interesting dialogue between the car and the work of art.
In 1986, the German car giant Daimler commissioned Andy Warhol to create the series Cars to mark the 100th anniversary of the invention of the automobile. It was the first time that Warhol, who rose to fame with his interpretations of all American goods such as Coke or Campbell's Soup, had worked with German products. Renate Wiehager is the director of the Daimler Art Collection, which owns the works.
What was new in Warhol's work was that he showed how a product changed, its historicity. Not Coca-Cola staying the same over 40 years. He told the story of the car. What was very unusual and new is that he looked at the transience of products.
Andy Warhol is not the only artist to have been inspired by the car. Many others have too, with very different results. The book Baby, You Can Drive My Car presents a short cultural history of the car in art. There are works by the French painter Toulouse-Lautrec in 1898 and others by the Italian futurists of the 1920s, or by contemporary artists today.
What's interesting about the question, how do I depict a car, is the difference between a painting that always captures one moment, freezing it in time like a photo, and the car which is in flux, which represents a temporal process. And the artist has to reflect upon how to capture this latent movement in this still picture.
It's very common for car companies to appoint artists for PR purposes. This video features the Swiss artist Fabian Oeffner, who was hired by the Italian sports car giant Ferrari. German car manufacturer BMW started its Art Cars series in 1975, and it's still going strong today. Artists such as the American Roy Lichtenstein, the German A.R. Penck, and once again Andy Warhol were just some of those in its employ. Warhol had no problem being hired by corporations. This was part of his understanding of art, not a sellout.
He considered himself a business artist and even a business partner. To him, it was important not to choose motifs that had something to do with his personal tastes or his own life. He wanted to work with motifs that were the taste of the masses, that everyone liked and wanted to have.
Ever since its invention, the car has been an inspiring motif for all kinds of artists, even for Andy Warhol, who never even owned a driver's license.